Hello my friends, and welcome back to another TBR video, a 2026 TBR video. I've shared a few already during Bookmas here, and I've got another one today, another one tomorrow. We've got more. Just books that I'm excited to read. Specifically today, I am talking about books that I'm excited to reread. These are books that I have read and loved. There's one book on here that I read in 2025 and I already want to reread, but many of them are books that I read earlier in my booktube days and want to reread. And I think there's only one that I read pre-booktube. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's true. No, actually maybe two. But most of them are from the last number of years. They're just books that I've really enjoyed. The reason for it is because as I have been on BookTube, I've learned the types of books I like, the authors I like, and I'm better at just finding books that I love. So I'm excited to share this list with you. It's kind of all over the place. It's supposed to have 12 books, so I can use my printable, and I have an exception on here. I have 13 just because I couldn't help myself. So it is what it is. Should we go in? Let's just start off with my first book and then my bonus, because I was trying to not include more than one book by the same author on here, but that's why this one's an exception. So the first of all, one that I would really like to reread is Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. I really enjoyed, I flew through this book when I read it a number of years ago. I bought this beautiful edition a year or two ago, I don't even remember now, and had hoped to reread it, haven't prioritized it. This whole reread thing is kind of new to me. I created a reread TBR last year and did decently well with it, and I feel like this year I want to do better. I'm going to do better because I'm going to add these to my TBR cards. But yeah, Warbreaker. This is a story where there's two sisters, one of whom is supposed to marry the God King, but for some reason that I don't remember, the other one does. And she's like not prepared for it. Her sister has trained for it and she hasn't. And it's a little bit chaotic, but I really enjoyed it. And then there is like some kind of color magic, biochromatic magic, a power based on an essence known as breath, which can be collected one unit at a time from individual people. I forget so much of this book, probably because I read it so quickly, probably because it was like one of the first Sanderson that I read. So I'm looking forward to rereading it. And yeah, I wanted to just put one Sanderson on here. I could have put on a ton. So I picked Warbreaker as my official one, but I would also really like to reread The Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England, because I really enjoyed it when I read it. This is one of his secret projects, I think the second one that came out. And this copy is actually my daughter's. She loved it. It is about a guy who ends up in medieval England and he can't remember why, but scattered throughout the book, when I read it, I read the ebook version, so I just gotta figure out how this works. Scattered throughout the book are these like little snippets that are from the Time Traveler's Guide. I don't even know what it was called. It starts out here, FAQ, have I time traveled? And it's got an answer to it. Yeah, there's all sorts of FAQs about time travel, and he slowly remembers why he's time traveled. And then like obviously he's thrown into medieval England, so he's got to try to figure out how to survive. It was a whole different ballgame back then. I just had such a blast with this. I felt like Sanderson was just having fun, and I was there for it. So I would like to reread it. Although at this point, my intention had been to reread Tress in 2025, and I have yet to do that. We'll see if I can squeeze it in. And I would also like to reread the first Mistborn series. So many books, but these are my only two Sanderson that I'm actually putting on this list, my official one and a bonus one. And we'll see what I can get to this year. Why don't we just continue in the science fiction fantasy type genre here. I've got Illusion by Frank Peretti. I read this one like 3 years ago maybe, and it quickly became one of my favorite Peretti books. We are kind of time travel-y in a way as well. So it starts out right at the beginning. Our main character, his name is Dane. He and his wife were in an accident, and his wife is, I think, on life support, really close to death. And meanwhile, his wife kind of like time travels. Her 19-year-old self time travels to like present day and meets him. It's interesting. So they met each other and did magic for years. They were a magic act. And yeah, I don't know, the idea of your 19-year-old self meeting your, it would be like 60-year-old husband. That's such an interesting concept. And I thought he did a really good job with it. Oh, let's see here. Let's do some historical stuff. Yeah, let's do that. We've got the Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon. So this is obviously a series that I read at the beginning of this year, and I want to reread it already because I am collecting the physical copies, specifically the hardcover, because I love the illustration on it, whereas the paperbacks are a little bit more boring. So I'm collecting them. I would love to reread them. I'd love to annotate. I had so much fun reading this series at the beginning of the year. Flew through them. Don't remember one book from the other because it was just such a quick whiplash type experience in the best way. So we start with Emma in I think it's 83. This one's volume 3. I own volume 1 and 2 in the paperback, but I'm collecting them slowly in the hardcovers. Yeah, I think book 1 starts in 1883 as well. She is moving back to London, and we meet tons of different people in her life. I feel like the series really evolves. Book 1 is very short, book 2 is short, book 3 is like pretty short, but then there are some thicker ones as we go, and my only complaint was I wanted them to be even longer and that she doesn't write fast enough. It is Victorian, but Emma is spunky and a little bit snarky. I've loved it. Another historical, well, this one's got like multiple timelines, is The Nature of Small Birds by Susie Finkbeiner. This was my first or second of her books that I read, and I think it's my favorite. We are set in 1975, 1988, and 2010, and each of those timelines we follow someone from a family. So in 1975, we follow the mom, her name is Linda, I want to say, while their family is adopting a girl from Vietnam. In 1988, we follow a girl named Sunny. That's the sister to the girl that was adopted. And then in 2010, we follow Bruce, the father. And meanwhile, like, our main character is Mandy, the girl that was adopted, but we never are in her perspective. And this book is just so perfect. I really had like some emotional reactions to the adoption aspect of things. I think she handled it all very well. It's very good. Plus the cover, I mean, it's got a cute little bird on it. Yeah, definitely want to reread that. Okay, this one is technically, and not that I said specifically these had to be fiction books, but this is, I think, the only nonfiction on here, but it reads like a fiction book. It's 84 Charing Cross Road by Helene Hanff. And these are real letters that she wrote to Frank something or other, I don't remember what his name is, in London. So she was a writer in New York. She wanted to get her hands on a certain copy of a book, but it's post-World War II. She can't get her hands on it. She sends a letter to London to this bookstore. This guy named Frank gets it and tries to track down that book for her, and over the years, many other books. They have a 20-year correspondence just chatting about books, and she finds out that, you know, there are things that they're lacking because of the post-war stuff. So she sends like care packages to this guy and his family, and it's just very sweet. Super quick, easy to check box and reread. I just loved this book. I have been meaning to reread this book for a few years, and that is Rebecca. I kind of was tempted to put this on my classics TBR, which will be tomorrow's video, but I had so many other books I wanted to put on there that it made it onto this list. Rebecca is a book where I kind of didn't really like it when I was reading it. It was like 3 stars. Like, I kind of don't understand. And then I got to the end and I was like, bam, 5 stars. So now, knowing the ending and the like atmosphere and stuff, I'm curious to see what I think of it. I suspect it will be a 5-star book all the way through. The thing that really bothered me when I was reading it was our main character, who never gets a name. The story is called Rebecca because our main character marries this man and his previous wife's name was Rebecca, and she feels like she's just living in Rebecca's shadow. Well, I felt like the main character was so like whiny and just not confident. She was just so afraid that Rebecca was so much better than her, and it kind of just started to annoy me. But now I think I'm going to enjoy it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to rereading this. I love the cover that I got. This is the 80th anniversary edition. The only thing is I don't understand why like the under the dust jacket is red. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I could have thought that out better. So there's that one. Another fantasy one, science fiction, that I want to reread, and this one was actually pre-BookTube, like just barely, I think. It's Tainted, I think is book 1 by Morgan L. Bussey. I definitely read Mark of the Raven first before BookTube, and I feel like I read this one before as well, but it was probably like close. Her books were kind of like what got me back into reading and wanting to start a BookTube channel. So that one is kind of like a Frankenstein reimagining. We follow a woman who is going to university maybe. Now this one, because it was so long ago, it's harder for me to remember details, but her father was a scientist and he experimented on her. So she's like his Frankenstein monster kind of idea. And then there is a second book, Tainted, and it's not coming to me. I think I'll probably just read the first book, but maybe if I really enjoy it, I'll go on to the second. On a very different note, I really want to reread Safely Home by Randy Alcorn. This book is about a businessman, you know, living the life, everything's perfect, making all the money. And then he starts to realize like maybe he's not really living the way he should. And he goes to communist China. And why does he go there? I don't remember why he goes. Oh, because he has an old college roommate that's there. So he goes there for some reason, and it changes his life. All of a sudden, he's getting to know these persecuted Chinese Christians, and it's so convicting. This book was written, I think, in the 90s. I've got like a church library edition. It's got an actual library card in it. It's pretty cool. I feel like it was written copyright 2001, cover and interior illustration 98. So I don't know exactly when it was published. It has like a few things about technology that feel a little dated, but other than that, like it feels like it could have just been written. This is one that I read pretty early days on BookTube. I got so many recommendations for it, and then I think I found it at a thrift store or something. And then when I read it, I was like, why didn't I read this sooner? Why did I not hear about this years ago? Highly recommend it. This one, the dust jacket, like has this vintage look to it. It's actually cut out, like broken, and then the illustration behind it. So yeah, looking forward to rereading that one. Okay, I've got 3 middle grade, but the other one that I want to reread that's not middle grade is one that is a Christmas book. It is Tainted Silver by Shatona Havig. I mentioned this in my Christmas book recommendations video, and then I've been thinking about it ever since and thinking about how I want to reread it. So we follow a woman who owns a bakery. She's in a really busy season, because it's like Christmas, leading up to Christmas time. She's got a lot of work to do. She hires someone from her church, I think it is, to do some house cleaning for her. And when this woman is doing some housekeeping, she comes across this 25-year-old secret that our main character has been keeping for 25 years and no one knows about it. And it's a big thing. It's a big one. And it kind of all comes out and things happen, but I can't tell you what it is because I don't want to spoil it. So I'll leave you with that. That's one that I definitely want to get the physical copy of before I reread it. And then I've got 3 middle grade books. The first one is Okay for Now by Gary D. Schmidt. I think I maybe still have only read this one once, maybe twice. I love The Wednesday Wars and Okay for Now. I re-listened to The Wednesday Wars earlier this year. I want to listen to this one as well because it is such a good audio experience. The only thing is, it has to do with the Audubon Birds of America, whatever it is. And the book has a bunch of the illustrations throughout. So I might look at the illustrations as I go, or another option is to buy the Audubon book. A couple months ago maybe, I was shopping at a bookstore and they had a nice Audubon book with like sprayed edges, and I love birds, so I was tempted. I couldn't quite justify it, but I don't know, I might just have to. Oh, what is this book even about? So we follow an 8th grade kid called Doug Swiatek. He is, I would suggest reading The Wednesday Wars first, because Doug is in it a bit. We are in the summer of 1968, and he moves. He shares the place with a father he does his best to avoid, an older brother who's a jerk, and 2 carefully guarded secrets. Doug's eldest brother and mentor is returning from Vietnam, badly wounded in the war. He doesn't know anyone in this town, the snooty people he encounters treat him with suspicion, and the school's about to start. What's the point of thinking about the future? It will be the same as the present or worse. And then he finds John James Audubon's Birds of America, and the picture changes his life. That picture. Oh, just a picture. Okay, yeah, it's been a while. I'm going to reread it, but listen to it because the audio is so good. A short little middle grade book that I loved is The Pictures of Hollis Woods by Patricia Riley Giff. This is about a girl in foster care. She was in a previous placement for quite some time, and something happened. We snapshot back to those scenes in italicized, in italics throughout the book. But at the beginning of this book, she gets placed with a woman named Josie. Hollis really likes Josie, but Josie seems to be losing her memory. So they're both trying to like hide that fact from social services so that Hollis can stay there. And Hollis has been traumatized. Oh, it breaks my foster care mother's heart. It was so good. How is it only a Newbery Honor book? It needs to be a winner. Who won this one this year? I think this one should have taken a cake. Very, very well done. And the last one, also in my Christmas book recommendation video, it made me want to reread it. We've got Winter House by Ben Gooderson, and I always have to show the cool pop-out windows and the beautiful Winter House Hotel. We follow Elizabeth as she goes to Winter House Hotel for Christmas. Elizabeth she likes word games. They're scattered throughout the book. It's winter, it's Christmas. There's something weird going on, bit of a mystery. She finds a friend named Freddie, and yeah, it's just a wonderful time. Definitely read book 1 and then read book 2 because that's also set at Christmas. And then book 3 is at Easter. They're really good, like Christmas holiday reads, I feel like. If you've read Green Glass House, you might enjoy this. I feel like they have some similar vibes. I have only read the first Green Glass House. I've still never completed that series. Maybe next year. So highly recommend this. I'm looking forward to rereading it, as well as all the other books on my stack. I'm hoping to do a better job with rereads this year, and seeing the books that I want to reread, it's like, oh yeah, they're all favorites. Of course I want to reread them. And then I think having them in my TBR cards, in my stack, will help me actually read them. So I'm looking forward to that and just having them scattered throughout the year. Are you guys rereaders? I hardly ever have been. Do you have like any kind of method to your rereading? Do you just do it as you please? Do you read a certain book every year? I would love to hear how you handle rereads in your life. Thanks for hanging out with me for another Bookmas video. I will be back again tomorrow. I hope you guys aren't sick of me yet, because there's still more of me to come.